What is up, guys, and today we're taking a look at a drone with some pretty cool abilities. So first off, this is the Sky Nano 2 FPV drone, and it goes for about 130 bucks. Now that is pretty expensive for a drone this size, but we're going to see if it's actually worth it. As well, this is the Iris VR headset, and it goes for $30. Before we get into the drone and using it with the VR headset, let's talk about just the drone. The construction is all plastic and it's really lightweight. As well, it's decently durable, but I would absolutely recommend putting on the protective guard that comes with it. It won't interfere with the flying and will just add a bit more protection just in case you decide to crash this thing into a wall. And like I said, this drone is pretty light, so if there's a decent amount of wind, you're definitely going to have to fight it when flying it outside. Compared to other drones this size, it is definitely easier to control, and it should be if it's going to cost that much. As well, when you hold one of the joysticks down all the way and have it on the max sensitivity, you can get this thing going pretty fast. One thing you should know is that also, when you're not touching the controls at all, the drone will still drift slowly one way or another, so you're never going to get this thing to be 100% still. The controller that comes with this drone is super light, comfortable to hold, made completely of plastic, and feels cheap, but it works fine. You use the left joystick to control the height off the ground as well as turn the drone left and right, and you use the right joystick to go straight in any direction. If you push in the right joystick, the drone will prepare to do a flip. When it's ready, it will start beeping, and then you just flick the joystick in the direction you want the drone to do a flip in. If you push in the left joystick, the drone will change to one of the sensitivities: low, medium, or high. The higher you go, the more responsive and faster the drone will go. To have the drone perform an auto takeoff, push the upper portion of the right bumper with the drone stationary. To have the drone do an auto landing, press the same button except on the bottom portion while in the air. These are definitely some of my favorite things about this drone because it makes using it just that much easier. Also, you can use the left bumper to change the mode the drone is in. The sides of the controller slide in and out, and it comes with an adjustable phone holder that slides right onto the top of the controller. Now you can also use the app to control this thing. Besides the normal controls you already have on the controller, you'll have some bonus stuff. Some of those things include being able to record or take pictures of what your drone is seeing, because you've probably noticed by now, this thing has a camera. The camera on this thing is, for what it's supposed to be used for, I think it's fine. But don't think you're going to be getting any cinematic drone shots that will impress people. So now looking at the virtual reality asset, the VR headset is nice and feels really comfortable to wear. To be able to see what your drone is seeing, first you have to turn your controller and drone on. Then go into Wi-Fi and select the one that has Sky spelled S-K-E-Y-E in the name. Then go into the Sky app, which you can download from either the Android or iOS App Store. And then you should be able to see exactly what your drone is seeing with all the controls littered around the screen. Click the VR logo in the upper right area and it will separate the video into two boxes capable of being viewed in a VR headset. As well, you don't have to use this exact headset. Any VR headset will do the job. And real quick, one thing I wanted to complain about is that almost all the time when the drone crashes, even if it was seemingly light, it won't connect with the controller and camera aspect of the app again unless you turn everything off and reconnect it all again. Connecting the drone to the controller and app isn't that hard at all. All you have to do is turn them both on, hit up and down on the controller, go into the Wi-Fi. I already told you about this. And like I said, it's not hard at all, but when you have to keep doing this over and over, it gets really annoying. And another thing is how glitchy this drone can be when using it with the app. Sometimes the drone wouldn't even take off while I was watching the feed from it, and when you try to take a video while flying, the drone just basically loses all control and flies off in whatever direction it feels like. But anyway, back to the VR aspect of things. Using the headset while flying it is awesome. At first, it's a little frustrating and hard to get used to, but after only like 2 or 3 times, I got used to it and really enjoyed it. It is super cool to fly around and look at yourself just standing there. And while it is super fun, there are a few things that get in the way and make it a little hard. First off, while flying, you have really low spatial awareness, meaning you might be fine 1 second, but the next second, you're on the floor upside down because you hit some random chair that was 2 degrees out of your field of view. As well, what you're seeing is in real time, except for the 4 or 5 times every minute that it lags out for a few seconds. Overall, though, after you get used to using this thing with a headset on, it is really cool, and I would recommend that if you decide to buy this drone, get the VR headset too if you don't have one already, because this doesn't come with the drone. You have to buy it separately. As far as battery life goes, the average flight time lasted about 3 minutes, which is a little below average for drones this size, but it was good fun while it lasted. I do wish it could go for a little longer though. As well, it doesn't take too long to charge this mini drone back up to 100%. One thing I noticed is that if you're going to be doing a lot of flips, the battery is going to drain a lot faster, so if you're trying to preserve it, stick to the basic movements. Also, the range of the Sky Nano 2 FPV drone is around 50 meters. Overall, this drone is a bit pricey when compared to other drones this size, but it has some features that back that price tag up. The design looks good. Once you put on the included protector, this thing will be plenty durable and also comes with some extra propellers in case you lose or damage the ones it already has. Once you get used to flying the drone around, it's really easy to control and has good handling, and over everything else, using it with the VR headset is a blast. Also, this thing is obviously overpriced a bit. This drone is glitchy and overall sometimes feels unreliable, especially when messing around with the functions, but all in all, it's a lot of fun, and if you have a spare $130 plus another $30 for the headset laying around, first check some alternatives, and then if you still want this, go for it. Thanks for watching. The links to both the drone and the headset will be in the description below, in addition to some other sales currently going on from the people who created this drone. Don't forget to use code JosephRusso for 10% off your order. That's my name. As well, don't forget to subscribe for more awesome weekly videos just like this every week. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.